Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brotato, the arena survival action roguelike itself. We are going to be doing another legendary weapon showcase here today, and it's going to be the last one. It's the final legendary weapon, the chain gun. Now, we could take this and just use it on any normal character that uses ranged damage, and it would be godly, but I want to take what's kind of unique about this weapon. It is the only ranged weapon in the game that scales on engineering, at least in part. It has a 1-to-1 scaling on engineering, which is bonkers. And it has 3 projectiles. So we're going to go for this. It's going to be silly. We're going to play engineer. We're going to do normal engineer stuff. But we're also going to have a god tier gun that shoots out 3 projectiles at a minigun style pace with a little bit of piercing, normal crit chance multiplier. But it does also, very noteworthy, that it does also have a cooldown. Every 100 shots, it has a cooldown of 4.4 seconds, which is, a lot. Here, let's see. Let's fire it like crazy. Fire it like crazy. And then this is me holding down the button. That's how long it took for it to come back. Now, it's not that big of a deal, theoretically, but it could be. We will have to see. I'm going to grab some engineering. We are going to go for normal wrenches. Still going to play that angle as well. I think it's logical. But I'm going to mostly be stacking engineering. I will grab attack speed to try and get that cooldown down. I will also say that it could be good if we get community support then. Or not community support. Well, yeah, I mean that too. But improved tools. Improved tools, because I'm going to want to stack a bunch of attack speed for this weapon and to reduce the cooldown. And it'd be nice if we got extra benefit out of it as well in helping our turrets. So it is a weird one. Like, going for percentage damage is something we could do, but we do it at a 50% ratio because we're engineer. But that's all right. I think that's fine. Let's look around. Dodge crit. Yeah, I'll grab a little bit of harvest thing. There's some weird stuff here. I can't deny. Let's go ahead and fish. Excuse me. What the hell? That is the most rolls I've done for a wrench. I mean, by all accounts, we should have seen one. It may be some foul play because we technically have another weapon that it just can't give us in that shop. That's my guess as of right now, but I don't know. My hunch for this weapon is you would want to take it on any engineering or range damage run. That's my hunch. It's a fast-firing, well-scaled weapon. It does have that huge, obvious downside, but it's kind of silly. I'll grab a little bit of that. Coffee could be good. It's only a 1% damage downgrade. Grab duct tape. It does give us engineering as well. 25 damage times 3. And, we want engineering anyways on engineer because engineering is a good thing for engineer. Because engineers, right? We have our turrets. We want them to scale off of it anyways. But now we have a gun that does 3 times as much damage as a turret. Because it has the 3 bullets that do basically the same kind of damage. It's silly. And it does it way faster. That's the other elephant in the room. It does it way faster. It makes it so your engineer actually has something that can defend them. Before, it was kind of like, I don't know, screwdriver, I guess. We get the incendiary turret. I'll grab that. Sure. Screwdriver is a nice player defensive weapon for engineer. This is a whole nother level. Obviously, this is out of whack because you don't get to start with it. But by the time we get to like wave 15, it won't be that far outside of the realm of possibility that we could have a build that looks relatively like this, minus about $400. Right? That could happen at that point. So anything up to wave 15, it's bad data, right? It's going to be bad data. But what's the likelihood that we're going to find it on a run that's relevant, right? It's just, there was engineering there. I did see that. If there was a time to go for percentage damage, it would be right here, probably. I'll take it. We could grab ranged damage. I'm just not feeling like it is kind of where I'm at. What is really weird? Okay, now this is where I have a slight issue. Chain gun has no tags that would make you find it on an engineering run. Right? That's a little bit weird. There is no gun that is an engineering run weapon. Right? Until now. So therefore, you have nothing that is going to be tagged in order for you to be more likely to find it. Could you... Ooh, could you find it? Sure. It's unlikely. Let's cooldown. 4 seconds. That cooldown did almost ruin me there. We got to be careful with it. I'm going to actually do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I'll take a little bit of that. That's my speed. We're on an engineering run, so dynamite is also good. So, hey. Good to go. Got our little circle of turrets down there, and then we have us. The god. I feel like this is probably a manual aim weapon, which may sound counterintuitive since it has the slight penalty of that cooldown. However, it also means that we are fully reloading the whole time it's on cooldown. Because otherwise, I think we have to wait until we're in range of somebody. Yeah, this is proving to be an interesting one. At least under the lens of an engineering run. If we're just standing here like a normal engineer inside our base, it's obviously going to be really, really good. Is it going to be enough to make you have a standalone... I don't know. I guess so. I think we can actually make that work today. Engineering, yes. Peacock, yes. Cute monkey, we could, but I'm not gonna. Glass cannon is probably dumb. It's a 12% damage up on a run where we probably need more survivability than some of the other legendary weapons due to the fact that it's very, very strong, but it does have that glaring 3.85 seconds of extreme vulnerability. That is certainly a thing. Is it a big thing? Probably not. Probably not. But it's kind of a heretofore unseen thing. Revolver exists and it has a pretty noteworthy cooldown, but this is huge. And I actually like it a lot. I find it really, really interesting. It could single-handedly make it so this weapon... No. I was going to say couldn't be used on one-armed, but one-armed would also reduce that cooldown by so much that I don't think it would be relevant. Or at least it wouldn't kill you. Nah. Range could be okay. Range damage not bad. I'll take some crit chance. It does only help the gun, but that's a lot of crit chance. 4 engineering is worth it. Lure is very worth it. We're going to combine this to get the piercing instead. I'll take a metal plate. Again, it's only a 1.5% damage down, so yeah, why not? Okay, Wave 9 is sometimes kind of weird for Engineer. And you know what? Never mind. I take it back. Could you find this weapon on Wave 9? I guess. Probably. But you're not going to. Not in any amount of time worth considering. Right? Or is it even possible? Can you even find a legendary weapon pre-Wave 10? Pre-Wave 11? I don't even know if you can. I am not sure. Good deal. Nope. Yeah, sure. Engineering for sure. Explosion size, we'll want it later. shackles give engineering. That's something I didn't even realize until right now. Let's see if we can get some speed up. Rare day where that actually could be valuable. All right. Wave 10 it is. Where potatoes become men. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise. I think it's a very, very good damage output weapon. A range damage run, this would be destroy. It's a revolver minigun, right? It is just revolver minigun. Those are both really good weapons. Smack them together. Add 3 times the amount of bullets. It's obviously gonna be stupid good. The interesting thing is that it is still, like, I think it's, like, pretty good. Pretty darn good. And I would think it'd be ridiculous on an engineering run. Having this tool, right? It's kind of interesting. Ooh, boy. You would think maybe we'd do... I mean, sure. I'll take that. Do a bit more. I'm going to say sure. This is the guarantee. I think we might want some engineering. Yes, sir. Melee and crit. Take that, and bump it up to an epic, just like that. Sad Tomato could be fine. I'm not going to risk it, because it does put us in a kind of weird spot. Nuke launcher remains nuke launcher. Honestly, could probably be a legendary. Well, that's it. Okay. Okay. It is a minigun that is better for killing mini-bosses than minigun. That just opened up the eyes. Okay. That is pretty crazy. Because it does have the 3 times multiplier. Yes, it has the cooldown, whatever, but it's 100 shots until you get the cooldown. If you're fighting a mini-boss or a boss, you're not going to get the cooldown until they're dead. If you have any normal, respectable amount of damage or engineering, right? Like, they're going to be dead. That's crazy. That is crazy. Because this could read as having, instead of having the 3 times ratio or the 3 times bullets, it could read as having a 3 times engineering scaling ratio. Fine. Fine. Hey, it's got elemental damage on it. Yep. Grab some engineering. Triangle of power. I could. Fine. We got torture? Sure. Now we can tank our HP regen. Yeah, that's really the only problem. But if you're on an engineering run, you run back to your base. I don't know. That kind of invites some interesting gameplay. Part of me almost wishes it didn't scale on range damage and it was just, like, even more obviously an engineering weapon. Like it was... I don't know. Like it was a nail gun or something and it was a tool. Something like that. I don't know. Because it's pretty silly. I think that it's a must-take on a heavy engineering run if you are late game and somehow you're lucky enough to find it, even though you're not tagged to find it. Which, that is a thing that can happen. It's just unlikely. Sure. Come on, grab that. Grab that. Pocket Factory. I've been wanting to try this. We haven't done an engineering run. When you kill a tree, spawn a turret. I do want to know if it's permanent. It probably is. I don't know. You can reverse Lorax them. Could I see any trees? Do I not have multiple trees? How is there no trees? How is there not a single tree yet? How is there not a tree yet? Okay, to be clear, I don't have the tree item. I thought I did. There we go. Okay, yeah, it just spawns a normal turret. 1 engineering for every elemental damage you have. I mean, I could. I'll take it for 43, sure. We'd rather go for the engineering part, sure. Okay, give me more trees. Horde wave. I was going to say it'd be good for us. It probably will be good for us, but there could be some weirdness. I know in one of the patches, the more trees you have, it always is like the more tree items you have, the more trees spawn. However, it was made more consistent. Like if you have more tree items, it's going to actually be more reliable. Because, what the hell was the name? Cryptid. I'm not going to say they sucked, but they weren't that good. They weren't that good. And they seem like they were made a lot better, which is really, really nice. Ow. Okay, so that cooldown kind of got us there. As good as the weapon is, that could be a fatal flaw on a glass cannon run. If you're on a glass cannon run, that... whatever, 3-4 seconds, whatever you get, could totally end you. Fine. Wandering Bot is not bad. I just don't feel like it. Cyclops Storm, I think, is an okay thing. Toolbox. Oops, 1 second. All right. Wave 15, this is kind of where, with a little bit of suspension of disbelief, right? Just mentally subtract about 400, 500 coins worth of items, which could be, I don't know, these. We could theoretically have this build right now. Minus a little bit of damage. We'd be doing, I don't know, even if we were doing 150 on our crits. That is noticeable. This is a good weapon. It's another legendary that I think deserves to be a legendary. It has an interesting downside to it. It may be one of the better ones. I don't know. I like the scythe a lot. I think the drill is very fun for flavor, but it is weird to have a legendary weapon that helps you with econ. It's just like you're getting it so late in the run. I don't know. You're getting it so late in the run for it to be relevant. And scythe is so situational. I'll grab the engineer. I grab some elemental because it is engineering. That's my bad. Bonk. All right. But I do like it. The fact that it's strong, it actually feels like a legendary as far as strength goes, while having an obvious flaw for when it's not going to be good. And, you know, bonus points for it being something that could be multi-classed. I think when you see engineering and ranged scaling, the first call is like, well, what run could I take it on that utilizes both? I don't think that's the point. I think it's just a weapon that has a 1.0 scaling on both so that you could get it on either run and it's relevant. And I really like that. I really, really like that. Oh my god, that cooldown stopping there. Once again, could have done a murder. Could have done a murder upon me. Good deal. Once again, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. As a core crutch weapon on a range damage run, I don't know how that would go. I don't know. Maybe it's better on this. Who knows? It's wacky. That's all I know for sure. It is a wacky weapon. I think that we are now at a point in the engineering run where we got to stay near our turrets. But like a lot of our damage, I don't know. A lot of our damage is obviously coming from the gun, but we could get a decent amount from the... No. That's cope. We couldn't get a decent amount from the wrench at all. It's nothing. It's there to knock back enemies. This could be a good relic run. This would be a run where I would take it, probably. So that I don't risk my life going out to pick up money. Smacker. We also have not picked up a improved tools. That's actually the biggest sad thing of the day here. We have 81 attack speed. God, our damage would skyrocket. I stand by the fact that I wish that Engineer gets nerfed in some way, but also gets to start with improved tools. I feel like that'd be nice. So that, you know, you could, like, I don't know, playing around it a little more. Because it's such a big gap between what a run looks like with it and what a run looks like without it on an Engineer, that it just feels, I don't know. It feels like maybe it should be part of the kit to an extent. Ooh, we got a frame drop. But you'd obviously, it's so good, and it'd be so good that you maybe have to take away some strength somewhere else. That being said, another angle could be, maybe it would be good if there was just another engineering character. There's not enough. There's Engineer. There's Cyborg. You could argue Streamer is an engineering character. I don't know if I would agree with you. He can utilize engineering. There are characters that can be engineering, but there's not many characters that I would say you're going to be having a good time. Sure. Yeah, that's actually incredible. Oh my god, Ricochet on this run? Wait, this is like a dream Ricochet run, right? Because that's only a 12% damage down, but we get a bullet bounce? Wow. I guess. More trees, more engineering, crown. Little late, also stupid. First landmines of the day, why not? All right, but yeah, getting more trees spawning reliably is nice. Those bounces are they're gonna change things. We were already fine. Those bounces are gonna make us extra fine. And Ricochet got buffed, so it's not a 35% downgrade anymore. It's only a 25%. And that downgraded amount getting cut in half. Normally, you can't utilize... Well, no, never mind. I was going to say you can't utilize Ricochet on Engineer, but I'm just wrong. I forgot that it totally applies to the turrets, too. It's just so good. But it's even better today, right? The fact that we have a weapon that utilizes it and our turrets are using it, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. I love it. There it is. Oh, that's so beautiful. Let's take a 20% attack speed to celebrate. Peacock right now. I mean, I guess I'll take triangle of power. It's not really that good. Duct tape doesn't really help it that much. Freaking wrench. Man, I got the dynamite hoping it was going to help us, but hey, what are you going to do? We're going to get a cooldown in a second here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I really like it. I really like it. Do I think it's overpowered? No, I don't. Should it be stronger? I don't think so. It's hard to say because on an engineering run, it provides an obscene amount of damage output directly from your character. It is... Because I'm trying to factor in the fact that, we did start with it, so we obviously had an advantage. But late game, that advantage does dwindle a bit, so you can relatively look at this like, I don't know, maybe subtract like a 20% effectiveness. And I'd say that it's very good and I think it's worth being a legendary. I think this earns its spot as a legendary. I think that the Scythe earns its spot as a legendary, but it's so situational. But when you're in that situation, it's very legendary. But it's hard to build around. I don't know. Hey. And then obviously the I can't believe it's not minigun. Oh, God, which character do we pick that on? Because I still have this. Yeah, Gatling Laser. So with that all being said, there's some good stuff here. It's tough because we never found a second one. I know you can. We never saw one naturally, any other legendaries naturally in the shop. So it's few and far between the runs where you can get these weapons. They're rare. They should be. They're legendaries. However, that poses the other problem, which is like, when you find them, are you going to be on that run? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there should be like more hard-coded something for them to show up on applicable runs, but then it's like you're going to find them too much on specific runs. Maybe if there was like an item where when you buy it, you get to pick. It's like an item, legendary item. You buy it, you get to pick a legendary weapon. It costs a lot. It costs as much as the legendary weapon, but when you buy it, you get to pick the legendary weapon. I feel like that would maybe be the best way to ensure you're getting what you should get. There's also more ways to get items. Like, you could theoretically get it from a mini boss then, which I think would feel really fun. I think it's a wild idea. It poses some interesting balance problems, of course. And obviously there's nothing in the game right now for obtaining a weapon when you're not in the shop. So there's obviously some problems with that. However, I think it would be a really cool way to make it so you can actually build around a legendary concept and be more likely to have it be fruitful. Because right now, you really do need the stars to align. And it kind of just feels like you're waiting for something special to fall onto your lap that probably won't. But, hey, alas, very cool weapons. I like the idea a lot. I think it can be refined a bit more, but I also think it will be. Thank you for watching. Check the channel for roguelikes and more every single day, and I will see you next time. Bye.